My name is Dene Hofheinz Anton, and I am the daughter of the late Dene Hofheinz and Judge Roy Hofheinz. Houston and the name Hofheinz have over the years become kind of synonymous. My dad was mayor of Houston before he was 40. And after those years, he concentrated on building the first indoor, all-purpose, air-conditioned entertainment stadium, the Astrodome. The eighth wonder of the world, as Billy Graham calls it. This was the year that my dad first was elected mayor, and this picture ended up on the front page of the newspaper the next morning. And on this evening, all of a sudden everybody started calling Dad mayor, mayor this, mayor that, and they were pulling him all kinds of different ways, you know, mayor this, mayor that. And I kind of pulled him over to the side and I said, Daddy, can I still call you Daddy? Because everybody was calling him mayor. Did I have to call him mayor too? Oh, this was I remember this night very well. It does feel good to win. And that's our mother, of course, on the right, and my brother Fred in the back on the left became mayor of Houston in the 70s. And our older brother, Roy Jr., oh, wow. This is giving my daddy a victory hug. Look at that picture. I have never seen this picture. This picture just says it all. Hero worship. And wow, we did it, you know. I was so happy he won. He always worked so hard at everything he did. Okay, this is my brother Fred, who became the mayor in the 70s. And of course, there I am sitting on our darling mother's lap. And this must have been mayor time. Yeah, it was mayor time. It's 55, so it was kind of right toward the end of all that.
This is during one of his, when he was undergoing a very contentious time with council.
Very contentious time. That's a kind of mild word for it. They just couldn't seem to work together very well. The big phrase was by his opposition people that didn't like his reform. He wanted to reform politics, and it still has not been reformed. He did not feel that because people had given money to his campaign that they should get special favors. He called them the cookie jar boys. He didn't want their hands in the cookie jar. So he was trying very hard to change that way of politicking. But this was actually opening night, and that's me looking over from the far left, looking at Mrs. Johnson. That's my brother Fred's, the mother of his children, his two children, sitting between Mrs. Johnson and me. And then you see in the front row next to Mrs. Johnson, you see Lyndon Johnson and Dad with his ever-present cigar. But that was opening night. This was the first game, and it was held up for a while. There was said to be a bomb scare. They had dogs go through checking everything out. This is one of the most wonderful men that ever lived. His name is Ron Anton, and he ran a company called Broadcast Music Incorporated, and on the West Coast. We happened to meet in Nashville when I was winning my first award for saying hello, saying I love you, saying goodbye. He was just revered. He was loved by so many people because he treated everybody so well. He was a very kind and compassionate, gentle, extremely intelligent, very funny, and the love of my life, really. Everything that happened for me in my career happened because of the eighth wonder of the world and the people that came to visit from all over the world that I became friends with. And I was a songwriter. That's what I did on the side. So they'd invite me to LA, or they'd invite me and they'd listen to my songs, and the songs started getting recorded. But everything wonderful that happened for me happened because of this. That's really true, because I was there to meet and greet every talented celebrity that came to the door at the Astrodome. The first person they met was me. Welcome to the Astrodome. Howdy. Come on in, and I would show them around, and became really good friends.
Who did you meet?
Oh,
Just a few names.
Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Joanne Woodward, Dionne Warwick, Jimmy Stewart, the Four Seasons, Frankie Valli, Bob Gaudio, Jersey Boys, Paul McCartney, Andy Kim, you may not remember Andy Kim and Jeff Barry, who's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for producing some of the greatest records ever. I ended up writing songs with him and with Andy Kim. It would be easier for me if you asked me, who didn't you meet? I often feel that when I'm writing about it, that some people are going to read it and they're going to go, she's making this up. This can't possibly be true. But that's what our life was like. It was just over the top, I would say. It has been a very eventful life, and it continues to be an eventful life.